Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So on Mrs. Ford's favorite things, I would like to make my seafood lasagna for you guys. Let's get started. I'm going to first start off by deshelling everything from the crab to the lobster tails to the shrimp. I even have some salmon that I'm also going to use to add to this dish. If you guys do not have the salmon or you don't have the lobster tails, that is perfectly okay. You can use crawfish as another substitute. Now I'm just seasoning my shrimp and my lobster and all my seafood with adobe, Cajun seasoning, and a little paprika, just, to add that smoky flavor. Let's get into boiling those lasagna noodles. Now, this is easy. You're going to follow the instructions on the pack till they get al dente. That usually takes around 8 to 9 minutes. Just in case it's not, you don't want to cook them thoroughly through because they will go in the oven to finish cooking. So please be aware of that. Set a timer. Hell, I do. It works for me. Now let's get into making the filling for our layers. So I start off with some ricotta cheese, and then I also threw in an Italian mixture blend of cheese, which has shredded mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, asiago, and romano cheese. And for some seasoning, I threw in some Italian seasoning along with the McCormick's Montreal chicken seasoning. Now we're going to wilt down some spinach. Please, 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 I caution this. Wash your spinach, wash all fruits and vegetables because that's nasty. You never know what's in there. Anywho, so we're going to wilt down some spinach. You can use as much spinach as you need because let's just be honest, you can use 5 bags and it'll literally look like you didn't even put in half a bag. So just stay mindful of that. Now we're going to sit here and melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, this is going to create a roux once you throw in the flour for your Alfredo sauce that we're going to use in between the layers. Now, when you throw in that flour, you want to make sure that you cook it all down so that way it melts and creates a consistency so that it cooks out of that flour taste because nobody wants that bitter flour taste in their food. Trust me, my very first time making it, I did not cook it long enough and it turned out nasty. I'm going to add some milk until I get the perfect consistency that I'm looking for and smooth enough that it will just lay right on top of that and be enjoyable to eat. I also added some more McCormick's Montreal chicken seasoning here along with some Italian seasoning and some black pepper. Then I just go ahead and added some Parmesan and mozzarella cheese into this mixture until I got it exactly the way I wanted it. Now let's get into the fun. I put a layer of Alfredo sauce, a thin layer at the bottom. Then I put my noodles, my filling, and some spinach. I am not using a traditional baking dish. I am using one of my circular dishes because unfortunately I broke my lasagna dish. Now you want to make sure that you layer your seafood on top of there, some mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. Then you put your Alfredo sauce. Now, you want to keep layering this until you get to 3 layers. Once you get to 3 layers, you're at exactly where you need to be. As you can see, I might have had some hiccups. And if you have some hiccups where your noodles keep popping up, because mine's were cut in half just to fit in my dish, that is okay. There is room for error until you perfect it. Trust me, I've done this several times, and every now and then I still have an issue. I just cut up some fresh parsley and put it on top for decor. Now, after you do that, you want to pop this in the oven for 45 minutes. Uncover it for the last 10 minutes. You can turn on your broiler, you cannot, that is optional, and let it sit for 15 minutes before you cut it out. Now, if you want a perfect cutout, you can do that. If you don't care like I am, you're just ready to eat, you can do that as well. But you do run the risk of it falling apart. But like I said, if it doesn't matter and you're just hungry, go for it. Trust me, because I know how it is. Thank you guys for joining me, and stay tuned for more of Mrs. Ford's favorite things. You guys have a nice day.